Good evening. Welcome to you. Welcome to our 8th monthly quiz since the COVID restrictions began. Welcome to you all. Good to see folk joining already. We'll be beginning in about 3 minutes. While you are waiting for that, if you can see the live chat, then why not say hello, tell us where you are calling from, and you could predict your score. Out of 100, we'll have 10 rounds, 5 questions each, 2 points going for each question, and so a potential 100 points. So tell us where you're from, tell us what you're going to score, and you might want to tell us what you've been up to. Okay, if you cannot see the live chat, then why don't you email? You can email on quiz@aksm.org.uk. That's quiz@aksm.org.uk. And I thought I was going to be able to get that scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but that doesn't seem to be playing at the moment. Okay, oh, right, okay, there's the scroll, but you've lost me. Tell us where you're watching from. Hope you're having a good weekend. Okay. There we go. If you can't access the chat, you can email quiz@aksm.org.uk. Welcome Pamela and Margaret in from Perth. Good to see you. Welcome Jean in Girvan. Sheila in Ardgour. Is Sheila going to win again? A frequent winner. Okay, back to the camera there. And okay, it's 7 o'clock. We will be beginning in just a moment. We'll see if we get a few more folk joining us. That's just 7 o'clock just now. Welcome to you all. Oh, Sheila, I think you've won more than more than once. Maybe tonight I'll make it at least twice. Yeah, okay. Maybe there's been a few seconds. Welcome to you all. I think we are about to begin the 8th monthly quiz here at AKSM. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to you all to our quiz night tonight. I hope you're looking forward to lots of fun, and I hope you've got a paper and pen or something to write down your answers. Yeah, woohoo, let's go, says Cameron. Welcome to you all. And we are going to be having our 50 questions. 100 points at stake, 2 points a question, 1 point at your own discretion if you think you are half right. But no cheating, no Googling, and as usual, you can phone a friend. Isn't it good to be able to catch up with others when lots of folk are in on their own in these strange and difficult times. Now, it says there are no prizes, but thinking ahead to our Christmas special next month, the 18th of December, I was thinking there should be prizes then, and just to check out that will work. I don't know what the prize is going to be, but there will be a little prize for the person who, by the end of our live stream, has returned the highest score. Sorry to those of you who are watching this at a later stage, but the highest score that I see in the chat or emailed to me at quiz@aksm will receive a little prize. Okay, and more prizes, better prizes for the Christmas special on the 18th of December. Christmas, 5 weeks today. How did that happen? I think there's two schools of thought about 2020 and how quickly it has gone in. Some say it has dragged on forever and ever and ever, and yet it's also a sense in which it has really flown by. And here we are, the end of November. Advent begins a week on Sunday. Have you got all your Christmas cards done? Christmas shopping started? Okay, are we ready for our quiz? Okay, we have 10 rounds, and tonight they are general knowledge, food and drink, music, art, November, transport, techie stuff, in which country, in which year. Oh, I've missed one. There's a round called I Don't Speak English. And yeah, there's our 10 rounds. Okay, let's go. Are we ready for round one, which is it's general knowledge, and we are ready to go. Okay, general knowledge. Oh, lots of stuff going on in the chat. Okie dokie. Welcome everyone. Welcome Carol and Marjorie. General knowledge, and the first question is, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, which letter is the least frequently used in the English language? You've got a 1 in 26 chance of getting this one right. Okay. Are we ready to continue? Which two of the 6 main characters in the sitcom Friends were brother and sister? Which two of the main characters in the sitcom Friends are brother and sister? Yeah, there had to be a Bible question. In the Bible, at what event did Jesus turn water into wine? Question number 4. Which is the largest country to lie entirely within Asia? And which London Underground line goes beneath the Thames the most times? 4 times in all it crosses the Thames, but which London Underground line is it that does that? Okay, that was round number 1. Have you got 5 answers? Have you got 5 correct answers? Okay, time's almost up. Okay, it's time for some answers. And here goes. The answers we were looking for. Q is officially the least used letter in the English alphabet. Ross and Monica, the brother and sister in Friends. I'll give you the points. I'm feeling generous at the moment. I'll give you the points for just a wedding. Extra kudos if you knew that it was at Cana. China, the largest country in Asia, and the Jubilee line is the one that crosses the Thames most frequently at 4 occasions. Okay, so that was round number 1. Oh, Sheila, only 4 points. Is that 4 points? 2 out of 5? Or are you saying only 4 out of the 5? So 2 points for each correct answer. 1 if you were half right. If you mentioned Ross but not Monica, or vice versa. Not sure where else you might pick up a half point, a bonus point there. Okay, anyone going to pop into the chat or email me and tell me how you did in round number 1? Only Sheila so far, who 4 points. 7, 4 out of 10. 4 for the Ogs, 4 for 6, 8 out of 10. Some lucky guesses. Okay, we're going to move on to food and drink. Food and drink. And the first question is bouncing in just now. The name of which herb is a synonym for a wise old person? The name of which herb is a synonym for a wise old person? Lady finger is a variety of which fruit? Question 3. Which country grows the most maize? That should be a Z, not an S. Whoops. Oh, 8 out of 10 there for Dalgety Bay. Welcome to George and Eunice. Okay, question number 4. Which sauce is usually served in a prawn cocktail? Which sauce usually served with prawn cocktail? Question number 5. Which type of pastry is used to make baklava? Or is it baklava? Didn't sound right the way I said it first time. You see the word there, baklava. But what type of pastry? So those were your 5 questions for round 2, food and drink. Give you a moment with some music to finish off round 2 on food and drink. Okay, have we got 5 answers there? Oh, yeah, point off me for my spelling mistake. Okay, are we ready for some answers for round 2, food and drink? The answers we were looking for were Sage, Banana, USA, Marie Rose, and Philo pastry. Some 10 out of 10s there. You can tell me your score for that round, or you can tell me a cumulative total so far out of 20 at the end of 2 rounds. Okay, let's go for another round. And this time, it's music. 5 questions, all about music. And the first one is A Policeman's Lot Is Not a Happy One is a song from which Gilbert and Sullivan operetta? Question 2. The Big O was the nickname of which singer who wore trademark dark glasses? The Big O was who? Oh, we've got the first 10 out of 10 from Pamela and Margaret in Perth. Marjorie and Carol with 16 out of 20 so far. That seems to be the highest out of 20 so far. Let's get back to the music round. And the third question. Which English knight has had #1 hits in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s? Question number 4. Which famed British musician played a wizard singer in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? And question number 5 in the music round is Bjorn Again is a tribute band for which world-famous pop group? Oh, I forgot to delete the answer from that slide. You all knew anyway, didn't you? I think you've all got 2 points. Have you got all your answers for the 5 questions there? That was round 3. That was music. The next round is all about art. But before we go there, you can give us an update on your scores. Okay. No one's telling me their scores. Oh, they must be bad. Okay, the answer... Oh, sorry, I hadn't given you the answers yet. Okay, the answers that we were looking for there. The Pirates of Penzance, Roy Orbison, the Big O, Sir Cliff Richard with 5 decades at #1, Jarvis Cocker, singer with Pulp, was in Goblet of Fire. And, oh, surprise, surprise, ABBA was the answer we were looking for Bjorn again. Okay, now you can give me an update after 3 rounds. Okay, are we ready for the art? In this round, I'm going to show you 5 well-known paintings. And what I want you to do for your 5 points, or for your 10 points, 5 questions in this round, is to tell me the middle name of the artist. No, that would be a little bit too hard, wouldn't it? I just want the surname of the artists for these 5 pictures. And I'll give you a wee moment. And some of you are probably doing very well, and I'm going to make it even easier, and I'm going to tell you the answers, but not in the right order. Well, there's the numbers, that'll help. There's the artists, but we've scrambled them a bit, so the anagrams of the answers we're looking for, but not in any particular order. So what you've got to work out for all your points there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the surname of the artist. Okay. Okay, have we got the artists unscrambled and matched up to the right numbers? Okay, well done. All ready for the answers? Here goes. We were looking for, number 1 is Kandinsky. Wassily Kandinsky. Number 2 is Da Vinci. Number 3 is Monet, not to be confused with Manet, which is number 5. And at number 4 we have John Constable. Constable for number 4, Manet for number 5. Okay. That was the art round. That was round number 4. So we're now at a total of 40 points, and Sheila did very well. Full marks in that round, bringing her total to 32. So there's a good target for you all to tell me about. Eight out of 10, consistency coming out of Perth. Okay, are we ready for some more? The next round is all about November. November. The 13th of November, last Friday, was what day? 13th of November is always World something day. World what day? 13th of November. The addition of which months bumped November from month number 9 to number 11? Which mineral is an 8 on the Mohs scale and the birthstone for November? Question number 4 on November. Remember the 5th of November, but do you remember the year that we remember on the 5th of November? And the final question in the November round is Thanksgiving Day in America celebrated on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th Thursday in November? Time up. Time for the answers on the November round. And we were looking for the 13th of November is World Kindness Day. 13th of November, of course, this year was also Friday the 13th, and I had wondered about getting you to spell frega trisca decaphobia, but I didn't. But I hope you knew it was World Kindness Day. November was bumped into position number 11 in the calendar when the Romans added July and August. Topaz, the mineral, the birthstone for November, number 8 on the Mohs scale. And remember the 5th of November, 1605, Gunpowder Plot. And Thanksgiving Day celebrated on the 4th Thursday in November. So we are now halfway through our quiz. We've had 5 rounds, 50 points at stake. And some already are well into the 30s. 30 out of 50. We've got a 33 from the Oggs, 36 from Sheila in Ardgour, 26, 30. Yeah, you're all doing very well. You're all doing well. And no one's taking me up on the offer to email in the answers. If you think you have, I was going to say let me know in the chat. That's not going to work though, is it? Okay. Right. 4 out of 10 there. 32 total. That's good. Well done, everyone. We're going to move on to a round all about transport. And the first question is, who invented the unsuccessful C5 personal vehicle in the 1980s? Question number 2. Who made the first Atlantic crossing in a hot air balloon in 1987? And Fiona and David very honestly saying they gave themselves half marks for 1600 and something. So if anyone else had 1600 and something, maybe that's close enough for a 1 point. 1605. Back to transport. Third question. In which shop were the first escalators installed in the UK in 1898? The first escalators, the first moving staircase in a shop in 1898. Which shop? Question 4. Car maker Fiat is based in which country? And the final question in the transport round. Which blue credit card sized contactless smart card is popularly used on public transport in Greater London? Okay, give you a moment to get your 5 answers on the transport questions. Okay, we're ready to go to the answers there. And the answers we were looking for are Clive Sinclair, Richard Branson, Harrods. That was where you could first run up an escalator. Fiat, based in Turin in Italy. Italy, the answer we're looking for. And the Oyster card used in London transport. So there were another 10 points, bringing your total to 1 out of 60. And when you've got your total, you can let me know what score you've got. 45 and a 41 returned there. Fantastic. Okay, are we ready to move to techie stuff? Yep, that's the topic for the next round. Techie stuff. Now, who's terrified? Okay, now allowing more characters, but how many characters were tweets restricted to when Twitter first launched in 2006? Question number 2. Which software company brings us Word, Excel, and PowerPoint? Other software companies are available. Question number 3. There's RAM in your computer. And it ain't a male sheep. What does RAM stand for? 1 point for the M. Full marks if you get the R and the A as well. Question number 4. Which fruit is in the name along with pie of a small mini computer? Which fruit is in the name along with pie of a small mini computer? And question number 5. What's the longest word you can type using only the top row of a standard keyboard, the QWERTY row? And you're probably all looking at a keyboard just now. What's the longest word that you can type using only the top QWERTY row? And I'm going to give you 1 point if you come up with a valid word of at least 6 letters. And you can have the 2 points for 8 or more letters. Oh, it's just like countdown. Find the word from these letters. Okay, now before I go to the answers, let's see in the chat or on the email some of the words that you came up with that you could type. It's not quite like countdown because you can use the letters more than once. What were some of the words that you came up with? I'm going to wait until I see some of them in the chat. I know you're a moment or two behind me, so some music while we wait. Did you see top? It's only 3 letters, you don't get a point for it. Poetry, typewriter, there we go. Poetry, 6 letters. You can have a point for that. Typewriter. Quieter. Good. Okay, we're going to go to the answers, and just for fun, we'll do them backwards. Typewriter, proterotype is the longest word, apparently, that you can get out of the top row. Prototype, pepper tree, perpetuity, proprietor, repertoire are some of the big ones. Oh, Sheila saying she didn't know. I confused you, didn't I, by likening it to countdown. But I did say the largest one you could type using the top row, so... Prototype, well done. So 1 point if you got at least 6 letters, and you can have 2 points for 8 letters or more. For any words that appear in the Oxford English Dictionary or appear in your own mind and are validated by your conscience. Okay, that was the last question, and going backwards, raspberry was the fruit, so going along with pie for the mini computer, raspberry. Memory gets you 1 point, random access memory gets you the full 2 points in that question. Microsoft, of course, brought us Word, Excel and PowerPoint. And PowerPoint is behind what brings you this round just now. 140 characters was the original limit for tweets on Twitter. Now double that. Okay, let's go to I don't speak English. And your 5 questions are: which one is Dutch, which one is Chinese, which one is Esperanto, which one is Spanish, which one is Hebrew. I should just have said, how do you say I don't speak English in these 5 languages? But to help you, here are 10 ways of saying I don't speak English. And all you have to do for your points in this round is to identify which one is Dutch. So you're looking for the letter associated with the one that is Dutch. I want you to do the same for Chinese, Esperanto, Spanish, and Hebrew. Okay, have we got 5 answers there, or do you need a little longer? Okay, I think we'll go to the answers there. Okay. And we are looking at the answers we're looking for are J, I, G, A, D. Dutch is J, the bottom one there. Chinese, second top. No, that was Japanese. That was where I was trying to catch you out. The Chinese is second from the bottom. Chinese. So we were looking for I for Chinese. Esperanto. Did anyone see that one? Is G. 7th one down. Mini parole la anglan, or something like that. Esperanto. And then Spanish was the top one. And Hebrew in at D. And you have no idea how difficult it was to get that D at the beginning, because when you're in Hebrew, the computer's very clever and starts writing things right to left. And it kept trying to put the D at the end, which I thought might be a wee bit of a clue for some of you. I got there, I got the D at the beginning. Okay, so how did we do there? Sheila got a 10 out of 10. Glaiva. That's Gaelic for very good. These fun quizzes are educational, aren't they? Well done. 62. So that's 62 out of, where are we at now? That was round 8. So 62 out of 80. Looks like a high score. Very respectable 51, 56. Are we ready for the penultimate round? Which I call, in which country? In which country are you if? We're ready for another round. In which country are you if you're hiking Machu Picchu? $55 out of 80. That's okay. That's respectable, Cameron. But you're right. Tonight's not your night. Well done. Well done. Okay, where are you if you're hiking Machu Picchu? Where would you be if you are visiting Waikiki Island? Waiheke, island. In which country? Question 3. In which country are you in if you are at the top of a pyramid in Chichen Itza? In which country are you in if you're driving the M1 north to Mazuzu? And finally, in which country are you in if you are at the site of the Battle of Waterloo? So we're looking for 5 countries there. In which country are you in if you're doing those things? Okay, let's go to the country answers. And they are Peru, New Zealand, Mexico, Malawi, and Belgium. How did we do there? 10 out of 10 for that round, anybody? Has anyone been to any of these places? I've been at the top of a pyramid at Chichen Itza in Mexico. Wonderful experience climbing up the side of the pyramid, and an absolutely terrifying experience coming back down it again. I haven't driven on the M1 in Malawi. I've been driven on it, and it's a wee bit different from our M1. No one else telling us that they've been at any of these other places. 64, 66, 59. Some good scores coming in. That was the penultimate round. We are at marks out of 90 at this point. And it could all change with round 10. Oh, 10 out of 10 there from Marjorie and Carol. Well done. Carol, of course, will have driven up the M1 in Malawi. And maybe been some of the other places. I hope you've been enjoying these quizzes. We've had a number of folk on tonight. It peaked at least 22 teams at one point. It has dropped a wee bit. Their internet must have gone or something. They couldn't possibly have given up on the quiz. Anyway, over the months, I've occasionally suggested some different places that you might, different charities, different organisations that you might support. And I know that many of you have been very generous in many ways to lots of different organisations. Nothing specific tonight. If you feel inclined to make a wee gift to the local churches here, the website is now in the chat, aksm.org.uk/donate, and you can get information there about different ways. But don't feel you have to. It's just for a bit of fun. And I hope you've been enjoying the quizzes. Going to be a very special one at the end of, well, the middle of December, the week before Christmas, the 18th at 7 o'clock. And hopefully large number. Oh, we're back up to 20. Yeah, it must just have been some folks' internet dipping out. Back up to at least 20 viewing. And there's always lots of folk watch it afterwards. Of course, they don't appreciate all the live banter, but it's always someone who watches it a few days later who tells me that they actually got the highest score. But tonight, the highest score that I see on the chat or emailed to me, there will be a little prize. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but there will be a little prize for the highest score. Okay, let's find out who's going to have that highest score. And to do that, we need to go to our final round, which is in which year? In which year? In which year was the US Declaration of Independence signed? And I think before the Augs try and pull the, well, I had 15 something. 15 is not the right answer. I think you get 1 point if you're within, oh, let's be generous. Let's say 20 years. If you're within 20 years. That makes it far too easy for some of them. But I've said that now, haven't I? Okay, if you're within 20 years, you get 1 point. If you're on the button, you're full 2 points. Okay, that fair? I'm not seeing anyone disagreeing. Okay, in which year was the US Declaration of Independence signed? In which year did the Battle of Waterloo take place? Question number 3. In which year did Apollo 11 land on the moon? I've been far too generous with that 25 years margin of error. And messages in the chat confirming that Carol has indeed driven up the M1 in Malawi and that Marjorie has been to Machu Picchu. Question 4. In which year did the Battle of Hastings take place? And the final question in the round, the final question in the quiz. In which year did the UK adopt decimal currency? I am indeed a generous soul. Indeed. For those not seeing the chat, that's friend and colleague, neighbouring minister Fiona Ogg saying to me, you are indeed a generous soul. Okay, the music for the last time as you finalise your final answers in that last round. I'd forgotten about that during the quiz. You can see me as well. Okay, we will go to the answers and what we were looking for. 1776, Declaration of Independence. If you were within 25 years, either side, you can have a point. Battle of Waterloo, 1815. My hunch would be that lots of folk knew the Battle of Waterloo was 1815, but wouldn't have had a clue that it took place in what we would now know as Belgium. Battle of Waterloo during the Napoleonic Wars. 1969, the moon landing. Battle of Hastings, 1066. An easy one. And if you didn't know it, but still got within plus or minus 25 years, well done for your guessing ability. And decimalisation came about in 1971. No extra points, but do you remember which day it was? It was Valentine's Day. It was the 14th of February, 1971. I can still remember going to the tuck shop at school and parting with a shilling and being terribly chuffed that I got 3.5 new pence change. I had a halfpenny, or a halfpenny bit, and a 1p and a 2p. I had the whole set of coppers. 1971. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat there. Lots of good comments, lots of good scores coming in. 9 out of 10 for a total. Good fun. Thank you, Pamela and Margaret. George and Eunice. Casting to. Oh, you went. All right, okay, get that now. You were zapping this to the TV and lost the chat. But your final score 75. Good. John, family enjoying the quiz from Leeds. Welcome to you. And a big shout out to Isabella, who got 1066 right. Well done, Isabella. And Sheila. Yeah, we're all waiting to hear what Sheila's final score is. And she's returning a 78. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. No, it's not. Because our Perth team, Carol and Marjorie, are telling us they got 10 out of 10 in that last round. The advantages of teaching history and being alive in 71. A total of 84. 84 out of 100. Really enjoyed this quiz. So did I. It's been fun. David saying he did the shop thing. Yeah, polo mints for 1.5p. Yeah, and 3.5 pence change. Fantastic. Yes. Brilliant. Well, that was our quiz. I hope you all enjoyed that. There will be a little prize winging its way to Perth for Marjorie and Carol, who are our winners tonight. No one returning anything more than 84. No emails coming in, and excellent. Thank you very much indeed. And while you're here, just a wee reminder for those of you who are local, some of the things that are happening around the churches here. This coming Sunday, the last Sunday before Advent, Christ the King Sunday, and limited real actual services happening I've got a service at fourth Sunday of the month. We're at Strontian, 11 o'clock. Do let me know. Booking required for Trace and Protect and all of that. Lots of things happening online. And Fiona Ogg, the aforementioned neighbouring minister, and myself have been organising some Advent and Christmas things for all the families, for everyone around here. Yep, if you're local, do keep an eye out on aksm.org.uk for the churches of Strontian, Ardgour, Morvern, and parishes.org.uk if you're next door at Ardgour or Acharachel. Churchofscotland.org.uk has lots of information about all the churches around Scotland and beyond. That's it for tonight. Keep safe. That's what my badge says. It does say keep safe, keep a safe distance. I don't wear it outside anymore because what I've discovered is folk keep coming right up to me and saying, "What's your badge say? What's your badge say?" But keep safe, keep a safe distance, keep washing your hands, keep obeying the rules. They're there to keep us all safe during this difficult COVID time. But a good time for a quiz on a Friday night, and hope to see you all for the Christmas special. Now, let me just go back to the PowerPoint screen. Who won? We've worked that one out. And Friday the 18th for the Christmas special. There will be prizes. And if any of you have got any good ideas for good rounds, good topics for the rounds for the Christmas special quiz, then drop it in the chat or zap me an email, and that will be good. And if you want to be sure that there's one question that you get absolutely right, then why not give me a question? And then that'll save so much work trying to think up the questions. If you can all give me one question for the Christmas special, that would be fantastic. And you can email any quiz related matters to quiz@aksm.org.uk. Good night. God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.